You can think of that as the State Department's word for good guy. Okay, doesn't mean independent. They are funded by us. They are not independent from the government. They literally submit their work and approval plans for their work plans for what they cover for review and approval to the U.S. State Department. They are dog walked the whole way. But we call them independent because they are said to be independent from foreign governments who influence. So basically, they're independent from the Chinese government or they're independent from the Russian government. So there's, just like with the word USAID itself that we talked about last time, it's your mind playing tricks on you. You're seeing aid, but it's Agency for International Development.
Right.
So nothing, but they do the same thing with independent media, which is that internally to them, it means it's a good guy for us because it's independent from our enemies. But when Americans see that, they think, well, independent, that means it's a free actor who's not being sponsored by any government. But under the banner of USAID's independent media and media sustainability branches, we fund $500 million a year to this network of, again, over 4,000 media outlets. It reaches 778 million people, 9,000 journalists trained. Remember last time we went over the Atlantic Council with 7 CIA directors and annual funding from USAID, as well as the State Department and Pentagon, how they were holding up I call BS placards and putting Trump tweets on screen to flag for disinformation. If you remember, we went over that. Well, this is what training journalists looks like. Is not only do they have the direct spawn of a media octopus under their direct subgrantee group, but they then go out and train the journalists who work at all the other ones who aren't directly sponsored. So they reach everywhere. And you'll see here, for example, it makes reference to Gene Burgo, who is making $500,000 a year there. And if you go now, I'm going to show this domestic impact real quick, and then a couple of screenshots. So this has been going viral on X. I've been talking about USAID's role in the censorship industry forever. And if you just look up Internews and you just plug in the name, if you just copy paste that Gene Burgo phrase, you'll see this in the video section because it's everywhere now. So she made speeches for a long time, but this is a big one. Here we go. This one right here. Okay. So USAID-funded Internews CEO pushes for global advertising exclusion list to censor disinformation. This is a 28-second clip.
Like what they did to X.